Hello everyone, today in this video we'll be solving the question number 12 under the topic arrays, and here we have the question which is remove duplicate from a sorted array. So what all we have one array here which is sorted, and what we have to do is we have to remove the duplicates from the array. Okay, so let's see an example and understand what it is, then we'll read the question. All right, so in the example we have been given this example. Let's take this example. How many elements do we have? 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, 10 elements are there with us. That's the array, and it's in the sorted form because 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4. What are we supposed to do? Remove the duplicates, right? So what does removing the duplicate means? Only one element should appear uniquely. Okay, it should not have the same values repeated again. So if we remove the duplicates and shift the values, what we will have is 1 0 will be here, then 1 will be here, then 2 will be here, then 3 will be here, then 4 will be here, and the left of the things can be left blank, or whatever the number is, it does not matter. Okay, and what we have to return is we have to return which index we reached by removing the duplicate elements. For example, it's basically what are the values present here. Like for example, if it is k here, 0 1 2 3 4, output should be 5 because there are 5 new elements, right? So that's what we have to return. Okay, so how will be our approach is, first let's read the question and understand better what they have asked in the question. So given an array on nums, so nums I had just shown you the nums array, it's sorted in non-decreasing order, and remove the duplicates in place such that each unique element appears only once. Okay, we have to remove the duplicate elements so that each element should appear only once, and in place means it should have in the same order. Okay, the relative order should be kept same. All right, since it's impossible to change the length of the array in some languages, you must instead have the result be placed in the first part of the array nums. So whatever is the result, that should be placed in the first part, and after that whatever is there, that does not matter. Okay, so after removing the duplicate, then first k elements of the number should hold the final result. It does not matter what will be behind first k elements. So return k after placing the final result in the first k slots of the nums. Okay, so whatever the value of k is after placing the final result, that is our answer. Okay, so how we're gonna approach is in this way. So see here, this is the approach. Let's see an example and understand. First let me show you the code here. This is the code. Okay, so in the code what all we have, k, we have initialized k, and we are running a for loop. That's all. Okay, we have initialized k and we are running what? For loop. Okay, and for loop is running from I is equal to 1 till nums length. Okay, what do I mean by I is equal to 1 is, see here, k and I are initialized here, it will run till this point. Okay, and what are we going to do there is, we are checking if nums of I is not equal to nums of I minus 1, then we are doing something here. Let me show you this by an example. Okay, firstly we will check if this value where I is pointing to, is this value and this value different or not. If it's different, we'll do something. If it's not different, we'll not do anything. If it's same, we'll just increment I. So let's see what we are going to do. We'll be incrementing I. So if we increment I will be pointing to here, right? So I incremented I. Again we will check if where I is pointing to and the previous one, they are same or not. They are not same. If they are not same, what are we supposed to do is, wherever k is pointing to, okay, wherever k is pointing to, at that place we will store this new element, because this is the new element we encountered, and k is pointing to the just the next of the element which is unique, right? See, this is a unique element. Okay, after that the next place k is pointing to, so this is the position where we have to insert the next new element, means next new unique element, right? K is the pointer which points to where next new unique element should be stored. Okay, that's why we are pointing k here, and then whenever we find like I is pointing to a new element rather than the previous element, whatever the new element I is pointing to, that should be stored where k is pointing. So what will be the our answer here? It will become 1 here, right? So it will become 1, and then we'll increment both k and I. Okay, because k has already been means initialized here, so k should point to the new location where the next new unique element should be stored. So we'll be incrementing both I and k. Okay, so they will be incremented by one position and they will be pointing here. Again I will check I, is it pointing to the same location here? No, it's not it's not means it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. So we'll not do anything, we'll increment I. So when we increment I here, what will happen? I will come here again, it will check this one and this one is same. Yes, this and this one is same. No, it's not same. So in this case what will happen is, wherever the new element I have got, that should be stored where k is pointing to. So I'll store 2 here, and I'll increment k as well. So when I increment k, what I get is k will be moving to this position, and as well as I should increment I, so I will be moving to this position. I will be checking if this and this are same. Yes, it's same, just skip it. Then check this and this are same. It's not same. So what am I supposed to do? Supposed to store 3 where k is pointing to. So k is pointing to here, and I will store 3. So after storing 3, what is my task? I should increment both I and k. Okay, so let's increment both I and k one position. So then I'll be checking I if this and this are same. Yes, it's same. So what am I supposed to do? I have to increment I, and then I will check if this and this is same. No, it's not same. So what am I supposed to do? Which is my new element? It's 4. 4 should be stored where k is pointing to. After I have stored where k is pointing to, means I is pointing to. I is pointing to which location? 4, right? So 4 will be stored here, and after that k will be incremented. And after I increment k and I will be out of bounds. So what is the index value of k now? See, it is index 0, index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is index 5. So k has the value 5, which is nothing but the number of unique elements, and the final result is in the first part of the array, right? So that's what we have to return. If you go through the code part, what we observe is that just starting from k is equal to 1, I is also equal to 1. If the value where I is pointing and the value before it, if both are different, what does that mean is I have encountered a new element, right? So that new element should be stored where k is pointing to, and k should be incremented. So like that it will happen, and all the duplicate element will be ignored, because I will be incrementing, and this will not happen if both are equal, like this element and previous element. So I'll be storing the element only when I have encountered a new element, and k will also be incrementing. So finally k will be having a value more than what is actually the index value, because at last also I'll do k plus plus, and that plus value will not be used. So if I have stored till 4, k will be pointing to here, which is index number 5, but 5 will not be stored, right? Because only 4 new means 4 means from 0 to 4, how many were there that were already stored, and this will not be used, and I will be means out of bounds of the array. So the value which I will be returning is 5, which is correct one, means how many unique elements I have found, right? So to quickly wrap up, what we are doing is we have been given the nums array, and we are setting 2 pointers k and I, and we are starting from here, and what we are checking is if the previous element is different than the current element. If it's true, the value will be stored in k, and k will be incremented. Then again I will be incremented, and we'll check if this element is same as the previous element or not. If it's not, we will store the value in k where k is pointing to, and I will be incremented. Like that it will keep on happening. If it's the duplicate element, what will happen is only I will be incremented and nothing will happen. K will be still pointing to where the next new element should be stored, is supposed to be stored. Okay, like that it will keep on happening till I will go till the end. And if I goes out of the bounds, k will have means till k, all the new elements which are unique elements will be stored, and k will be pointing to the last unique element plus 1th index. So that index value will determine how many new elements are there. For example, from here till here the index value is 0 to 4, but there are 5 new elements, but already k is pointing to the next location. So we have 5 in k, so we can directly return k. Okay, that's all for this code. And if you like this video, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.